Asta's wife and the future Wizard Queen has become stronger than ever.
That's what I'm talking about.
Noelle's brand new sea god transformation resulted from her love for Asta and never giving up on him. She's going toe to toe against her mother, Asta, who's become a paladin. Remember, according to Lucius's timeline, this shouldn't have been possible. Noelle was never meant to be this powerful and would die. However, the Asta effect came into play, an anomaly that broke time. In chapter 359, Asta praised Noelle for growing strong, but states that this is as far as he can go. Meanwhile, Nebra is sobbing like a wimp because she is powerless in front of their mother, and she's as useless as ever. Asta scolds her kids for throwing away the opportunity to grow stronger, all because they let hate and power cloud their judgment by bullying their little sister Noelle. But even if they are pathetic, their mother will still love them because they will get a second chance to be a happy family together by joining the peaceful and equal world created by Lucius. However, Noelle rebukes that this isn't their real mother, as she had already met her spirit during the fight against Mereoleona, leaving to go to heaven. The woman standing before her is nothing more than a stepping stone that she must surpass, right here, right now.
Let's go.
As a result, Noelle activated the most powerful spell in all of Shonen, guys!
Stop the cap.
A flashback. We see her depressive state following the death of her future husband Asta. She cried because she lost the love of her life. She lamented the fact that she couldn't do anything to save him. In the 1 year 3 month time skip, she was training really hard and thought it would make a difference. But in the end, in front of Lucius, everything is meaningless. But that's when the power of love kicks in. As Noelle declares she can't give up, as she's certain Asta is alive out there somewhere, and she will protect the country so Asta can come whenever he pleases. Wait, that sounded a bit wrong.
Bro, what did you just say?
After all, how else can Asta become the Wizard King if there's no kingdom to rule? Now, throughout the story, Noelle's #1 driving force is her admiration for Asta. She even protected her dumbass siblings that we all hate when she unlocked the Valkyrie dress. Her unlocking a spell in this manner confirmed the effect Asta had on her was pure and everlasting, as she doesn't discriminate on who deserves to be protected or let personal feelings get in the way of her beliefs. Like, think about it. If we were in her shoes, she could have easily left her horrible siblings to perish as revenge for treating her so horribly growing up. However, her unselfish desire to protect them gifted her with a brand new spell. In chapter 301, when she was facing Mereoleona, all hope looked lost for her, but the mere idea of Asta gives her strength, and him just being there rejuvenates her. This love Noelle has is now paralleling the love Asta had for her all those years ago. Asta once stated, "A magic knight fights for the people and kingdom without thinking twice about risking their life. Once a woman has a child, she will try to protect that baby's life at any cost, as that is what it means to be a mother," meaning that the desire to protect and care for those she loves are what makes her strong. Just like how the thought of Asta makes Noelle stronger, and protecting her siblings did the same. Just look at the parallels of chapter 22 when she witnessed Asta defend her in front of her siblings. She copies the exact same stance in chapter 359, but instead helps those that oppressed her, because that's what Asta and a true Wizard Queen would do. Noelle's confession of love for Asta echoes her own reflections in chapter 295, where she told Udine that although it might have been a mistake to keep the Saint stage a secret from Laura Pachica, she did so out of kindness, believing that love can never be wrong. With this shared understanding, Noelle and Udine formed a pact, allowing Noelle to become a spirit host, mastering Saint stage and ultimate magic to defeat Varnica. At this moment, Noelle is indirectly acknowledging her love for Asta, realizing that hiding her feelings is wrong, thus marking a significant step in her character development as she finally accepts the love she once struggled to admit, no longer embarrassed by it, but embracing it within herself. With this sentiment, it led to Noelle obtaining the power of a goddess, as Kahana took Noelle to a gigantic sea god dragon that the people have worshipped since ancient times. The sea god was foreshadowed during the battle with Veto by Kaito's sea god spell, where he states, "We serve the sea god, praying, singing and dancing." And the legend goes as follows: the dragon of the raging sea will awaken from its long sleep when the end of the world is imminent. And so, with Lucius' plan in full swing, the sea god is about to go berserk, thus demanding a powerful host. Enter Noelle, who formed a contract with the Leviathan. However, it's revealed in chapter 372 that it's still not enough to defeat their mother. Noelle, in his efforts to protect his siblings, is being healed by an NPC, while Kahana and Kaito are holding off the angels for Noelle to continue the battle. Acia uses a shower of steel feathers, but it's countered with a vortex to eat them all up. Noelle, using her sea dragon, then slams her mother into a building, who gets excited that she's taking part in a thrilling battle again. This results in their worst nightmare. Acia decides to use her full power and water magic from the devil she's been given. This causes the utter destruction of the kingdom, with Noelle having to match her mother with Sea Dragon's roar. As they both collide in a massive explosion, Noelle gets bested with Solid, declaring that there's no way they can win. But no. Bringing out Asta's influence on Noelle, she says, "Mother." Noelle finds hope in a painful situation, but even so, Acia has proved to be too powerful. But at that moment that she was gonna kill her own daughter, her family came to save Noelle, as Nebra and Solid finally work side by side with their little sister. However, because of Noelle's incredibly strong magic being used without control, it damages her siblings. But as they say themselves, it's nothing compared to what they put Noelle through. And so together, as a family, they push beyond their limits and come to terms with their wrongdoings. Nebra confesses that because Noelle looked identical to their mother, whom she loved, she was jealous, and plus she's better looking. Meanwhile, Solid admits he was jealous of Noelle's incredible water magic as a kid, as he too possessed the same magic type. Thus, he was thrilled to learn that Noelle couldn't control it, so that he wouldn't look inferior, which is when, with their apologies, they unlock a new combo spell, as the three form a Kamehameha in the shape of a dragon, firing it off towards their mother, who tries to block it, but it's proven useless. Which is when Acia realizes that she's cooked. However, it's not all bad, because while she failed to live as a paladin, she can happily die as a mother, proud to see how strong her children have become as a family, surpassing her. And with that, they will all approve of Noelle's choice as a royal to marry a commoner like Asta, as they would no longer be prejudiced or think he's inferior.